Hey, yo, this is just 7780, and you are in another episode of What Grinds My Gears, episode 22. Crossplay this motherfucker. So, this crossplay thing, I did a video a few weeks ago, basically saying about crossplay, talking about how it's a business. And, my stance is still on that. Basically, it's a business. And but I think we need to dive in a little bit and to see this whole crossplay thing and what's going on, because it just does not seem to leave the conversation. And I think that Minecraft thing that Microsoft did last week with Nintendo, I think kind of edged it on a little bit. And then Sony did a kind of a response yesterday saying we're looking into it, but we're looking at the business aspect of it, and our players will understand this as we go on. Anyway, we're going to cut the BS. We're going to look at what's going down with this crossplay, what it means, and what it means for the future. And is this something that is going to come across and go into? Exactly, Calorex. That's why I'm coming here. I'm done. The crossplay thing has just monopolized everything. And I am just done with it. So, the Fortnite deal. Okay. The first problem that grinds my gears about it, Epic's accounts and progression, okay? That is the thing that ignited this whole thing. The fact that you could not move your progression from your PlayStation to a console. You could move it to PC. You could move it to your mobile, which, by the way, where the fuck is my Android version, Epic? Okay? Stop fucking going to Apple all the time. Where's my Android one? You want to talk about exclusives and bullshit like that everybody should play. Where's Android? PUBG's on Android. Where's Fortnite on my Android? Thank you very much. Anyway, these are Epic accounts, okay? This is Epic's game. This is Epic's accounts. So, how the hell does Epic allow a console or a service to lock their account behind closed doors and not allow them to play with other consoles? Isn't that something that Epic would probably not want to have? But why did Epic allow this? And what's interesting about it is their account, this has been going on for a while. The Switch just showed up this last month. So why did Epic allow Sony to lock their account? Why is that? Why wouldn't they be like, hey, we're not putting Fortnite on the PlayStation because you're going to lock our Epic account on your service? Oh, no, they did already. They don't care. Why is Epic just putting their hands up in the air? This is their account. This is their progression. So I would like to know that. That's the thing. Exactly. And I agree, Callie, you're exactly right. This progression thing is the thing that's now talking to crossplay. Crossplay is something that's been going on for a long, long time. All right. Cross progression is something that does not exist. Okay. When you play Call of Duty and you get Prestige 7 on your Xbox, you don't boot up your PlayStation going, oh, well, let me start on my Prestige 7. No, you start at fucking 0. Same thing with Battlefield. And you want to know what else? Hey, I play Call of Duty on my PC. When I boot up the Xbox, where's my oh, nope. Your progression as in each one. You want to know why? Because those publishers want you to buy once, buy twice, buy triple times. They want you to do that. So publishers are not going to go, oh, EA is not going to just spread their legs and just be like, yeah, everybody can play across everything. They're not going to. They want you to buy every fucking version of Madden that you could possibly buy. As we've seen as games as a service, $60 does not cut it anymore. Yeah, and Epic doesn't care because Epic just, why would you say, okay, PlayStation, we're going to lock your account, or like we're going to lock your progression on there, and we're going to put our game on your service, and you're going to hold our account hostage? Wouldn't Epic be like, yo, that's bull? So what's going on? What's the deal? Is there exclusive things? What the hell is the deal? All right. So Epic, I feel, is just they should be a little more involved in management of their account and cross progression. Okay. They shouldn't just put their hands up and go, oh, well, one of the consoles that we put it on is just not allowing our progression to go cross to the other competition. Huh? Come on. Yeah, whatever. So to blame it all on Sony, to be like, oh, you're holding the hostage. Well, I'm sure Epic was aware of this when they put their account on there. So it's a twofold blame over there. And they're going to sort it out. I'm sure they'll sort out the progression thing. But we're going to talk about crossplay. Crossplay. Okay. You know what? I'm going to bring up a little chart that I shared up here. And we're going to talk about the importance of crossplay and how relevant it is and how pertinent it is in the gaming industry. Okay? So bear with me here, chat. I'm just going to go here. This wonderful Wikipedia page. Okay? It's a list of all games. They even have a 3DS, Linux, Mac. They got Windows PC, mobile. They got Xbox, Wii U, Vita, Switch, PlayStation. Well, the first thing I want to bring up, the first thing that stood out to me crazy is look at this 360 column. All right, crossplay. Wait. Lost Planet, it had other. Lost Planet had probably Windows Live. Okay. Let's go now. 360. A whole, was it 8 years? A generation. World of Tanks with Xbox One. 360 and Xbox One, right? And then the games that, oh, look, discontinued games. Oh, here you go. Here's some 360 ones. Here's the infamous Shadowrun. And I shared a video earlier on. There was an interview done at the end of 2017 and talk about how the Shadowrun crossplay worked. And the main reason why they wanted Shadowrun doing this, the reason why is they wanted their Halo on PC, basically. I believe they said Phil Spencer stated to him that they wanted, hey, we have Halo on console. We want an analogous game on PC. Make Shadowrun a PC game. Microsoft's been chasing this PC for a long time. All right. This is nothing new to this whole like Win 10 and all this other stuff. But then you look at the PlayStation 4 and you look at it, and PlayStation 4 did support within, they did PlayStation 3 and the Vita, and they had crossplay with that stuff. But what the thing is to look at PlayStation 4 and Steam. You know, notice this. Like they've done with Steam. They've gone with Steam. There are not too many games that go with Steam. You know, here's Deformers for the Xbox One. And then Deep Rock Galactic is only Xbox. That's Win 10. But there's a lot to look at with this whole cross-play and thing. Sony did it across their device. They did it with a Vita and PlayStation 4. So when people just falsely acclaim, and this is the thing, this is not defense of Sony's thing. This is not defense of their position on not allowing to play with the consoles. I believe it's a business. It is what it is. If they do it, that's great. If they don't do it, okay. You know, I don't think they're out anything. But it shows that the PlayStation 4 Sony is believing in crossplay. They have crossplay. They just don't want to crossplay with their competition. And that's the thing that people just seem to be kind of like just ignoring. It's like, well, Sony's not involved in crossplay. Sony doesn't want to do this. And it's like, but they are doing crossplay. They do so much crossplay with the VR system. You know, I was in the room playing pool in virtual reality with a guy with an Oculus on and also with a friggin' Vive on. Like, they had the headsets on them inside the game. I saw the headset to know what platform they were using. Same thing with Rec Room. That's a free game. So the VR is totally cross-platform. It's cross VR. It's basically HTC. And you want to know why? Why Sony is doing that is because that group is so small that if you just focus, and even though the PlayStation 1 the PlayStation version has been selling more, the VR is that you're able to open up your pool and allow for faster searches. It's a smaller group. Okay? That's the reason why Nintendo's jumping on board. Nintendo has a very small install base. Their network is in its infancy. And I'm going to tell you, from playing Smash Brothers Online, not Smash Brothers Online, Mario Tennis Aces, those bitches better fix their servers before they start charging some bullshit, even $20 a year, because the lag online is pretty bad, even with a 4-bar connection to somebody. And in the tennis game, it's trash. Like, it sucks. Like, people just freeze. But Nintendo is growing their infrastructure because they're going to charge. Okay? So when everybody goes that this is the future, crossplay is the future, what I ask is, then why is Nintendo adding a service to this? Like, it would be a wonderful dream if there was just one device that did everything. But unfortunately, there's 3. And all 3 of them are doing, 2 of them do similar things, and one goes out on a limb. But still, is lower powered and can get some of the games. It's not as a crazy limb as the Wii was. But the thing is that there are 3 competitors in this field. It would be wonderful if there was just one car, one type of car, right? Well, why do I need 5,000 versions of an SUV? I just want one. That's why competition drives consumer demand. And if you are better than your competition, you will attract more attention. This is basic. I'm a consumer. If you don't give me anything to consume, then you're useless to me. So if you give me every reason not to consume on the device that you're trying to sell me, I'm going to consume your shit somewhere else for free. And if it's free, it's for me. So when we're all consumers out there, there's a reason why. Why isn't there just Microsoft PCs, just Windows PCs? Why is there Asus? Why is Asus, HP, all those competitions, Lenovo? Why? Wouldn't it be nice just to have one? Just that everybody could play on one network? Unfortunately, that's not the way it works. When there is a space, wouldn't it be nice if PUBG was the only battle royale game? Now look at everybody else doing battle royale. When there is something that when there is an area of a place for people to focus on for a consumer, and they see consumer interest in it, everybody wants to put their foot in. So there's never going to be a time when there's just one place everybody plays together. And the thing is that makes no sense is that if you go buy a Switch and you're going to go, well, I can't wait to play with my Xbox friends, why don't you just go buy an Xbox? You know, why don't you just go buy an Xbox if you want to buy a Switch to go play your Xbox friends? Like, or if you want to play your friends who own a Switch, why don't you just go buy a Switch? Why would you buy an Xbox with the intent to play them? Because that's not the intent. People don't do that. It just happens that, oh, wow, I got a Switch. I got an Xbox. They do play together. That's kind of neat. That's neat. All right. I saw some images on Twitter over the last couple of weeks of people sitting around, one guy on a 50-inch TV, one guy on a Switch, a kid on an iPad, and one on a phone. Oh, we're all playing Fortnite. Really? The phone and iPad. They're gonna pull some competitive clout with that? Like, think about it. There's not going to be no hardcore gamers. First off, people are shuddering at the aspect of having a keyboard and mouse bringing over to the Xbox. Hell, you could use keyboard and mouse on the PlayStation with Fortnite. It's in the selections. But the thing is that the developer has to put in the time to make sure that this works. You can't just go like, oh, everybody plays everywhere. Well, wait, that person got a fucking touchscreen. That person got a keyboard and mouse. That person has this. How? And nonetheless, my thing that I said yesterday on Planet Xbox was that some of those people are paying for a service, paying for Xbox Live, paying for Nintendo Online. All right? What are you paying for? You know, I remember, go back to that chart, the 360. The reason why it was a closed environment, fuck, they put Netflix and all the other bullshit behind it too. But the reason why the 360 was a closed environment to ensure that there was an equal playing field across their games. Now that they open up this whole crossplay to PC, they told us some bullshit where, oh, you'll have specific playlists and all this other stuff. That's all bullshit. Because Gears of War 4, I could just hit a button and I'm playing on keyboard. I could hit a controller and I'm playing on mouse. It doesn't put me in any special playlists. And then you get the excuse, well, Gears of War is not one of those games. What's up, Ailish? How you doing? Weeby Jumbo, Sick Humor. What's up, man? You know, they're not putting the precautions in. You can't say, I only want to play with controller players on Gears of War. So that was some bullshit. So you got to, if you're going to step up and do this right, then you better make sure that there are precautions in there so that your install base, the people that prefer to play on controllers, are playing with controllers. You don't just go throwing PC people in casual playlists and going, well, these are for the casuals. That's bullshit. All right? Or opt us out of it. But I don't see a lot of that coming on. I see this kind of orgy of online. This fucking orgy shit. And people are paying. There is a reason PC online gaming existed before consoles, people. PC online games existed. The one platform, the one unified platform. If it was so great, if PC gaming is the best of the best, then why do consoles even exist? Why? If Steam is the bee's knees, why do consoles exist? And on top of that, PC gaming has always been free. Online play has been free. Unreal Tournament, EverQuest, EverCrack, all those games were, well, those games had subscriptions because they were MMOs, but just basic online services, Team Fortress, Half-Life, all those games were always free. How the hell does Microsoft walk in and go, you're going to pay us $50 a year to play online? How does that happen? You want to know why it happens? Is because they promised a secure, closed environment where everybody had an identifier, everybody could chat with each other, and everybody could play on equal playing grounds. They didn't say, yo, the guy on PC that is running this at 200 frames is going to play you tonight. No, everybody was playing on an Xbox. Okay? So, when you look at the future of crossplay, how, first off, do you continue to charge for online when the phone guys, the PC guys, the Apple guys, and even some of the PlayStation guys, if they're free to play a game, are all playing for free? And I'm assuming Nintendo's going to charge for their free to play games. But on Xbox, you're paying. What are you paying for? And please, as of today, don't tell me games with gold. Because if you were paying for that, you will pull that shit right from the rug. You will not be paying for that game. Those games that are coming out, games with gold. So please, don't tell me games with gold because you get free games, quote unquote free games. Why are you paying? Then you say, well, Judge, why are you paying for PlayStation? Why do people play for PlayStation? Trust me, if PlayStation and Friends and that service was free on the computer, I wouldn't be paying for it. But I can make a better point that they are giving better games with their PlayStation service to keep people hooked. You know, that word hooked, keep people around. But Microsoft is basically trying to make you just kind of push you out the console door a little bit, like little pushes, because they want you to rather go play on PC. I don't know what the I don't know what the I don't think they know what the fuck they want to do. I think they don't care. They're throwing shit against the wall and see what sticks and see what runs it down. They don't care. All they care is that they make a buck on you. Somehow, some way. But why are you paying for Xbox Live It was a service. Hell, they used to give like a credit card. Like there was a card that you would get discounts like at fucking at like the sandwich store, like at Subway. You would show your card and get 10% discount. Like it was a members only thing. Like it was a club. Now it's basically, you know what? Xbox Live just basically turned into E3. It was a club. It was an exclusive club. Only special people in the industry got to go to E3. Now, any motherfucker could go into E3. That's Xbox Live now. Anybody could be on Xbox Live now. Shit. If you have a Windows 10 tablet, you could be on Xbox Live. Hell, if they still had Windows Phone around, I bet you that would have still been Xbox Live. So the exclusive club that you belong to, Xbox Live, Xbox of the 360, it's gone. Like it's gone because they're letting everybody in the door. All right. And if it's free elsewhere and actually you'll play your games even better than on the X because of PC, then as a consumer, if it's free somewhere else, why would I be buying it? Okay. And that's what I am. I'm a smart, educated consumer. I look at the whole list of what's available to me and I act on the best options that are provided. Okay. So that's how I roll. That's me. But we're all consumers out there. So the cheerleading for something that is giving somebody else free accessibility, I don't know how you still cheer for it and expect people to run out and go spend their money on it. Unless they are just total tunnel vision and only see green. And that is where I do commend Sony in that they're still keeping it a club. They still make you feel special as being a PlayStation PSN by giving good games in their monthly subscriptions. Okay? Now they're allowing crossplay, but they are just not allowing you to go play with their exclusive club on the competition. And if you remember, that's exactly what Xbox did. They had that exclusive Xbox Live club that those are our fans. Those are our subscribers. We got to protect our subscribers. What happens if you subscribe to Netflix and then they go put Stranger Things on Hulu? And Hulu is free. Say on quote unquote, Hulu's free. But Netflix is charging money. What would you do? Would you still subscribe to Netflix to watch Stranger Things if it's day and date on Hulu and Hulu was free? Fuck it. YouTube. If Stranger Things launched day and date on YouTube, no YouTube Red or YouTube Premium, free YouTube, would you still subscribe to Netflix if you cared about that show? If it's free elsewhere, why would you pay? And maybe that's not the best example, but exclusive content, exclusive club, exclusive things matter. And I still don't understand the purpose of how they're justifying Xbox Live when it is free. So that is the whole thing with this crossplay. It's fine. Let it happen. But to say, and I just see the narrative that Sony is out on the limb. Sony's not playing nice with everybody, so they're dead. Like they're gonna be done. I don't believe that, because they are open to crossplay with other devices. They're just not gonna help their fellow console manufacturers. And I'm gonna tell you this. Go back and look at when Nintendo gets its online service and they start getting headway, if it's worthwhile, they will turn into that exclusive club that Reggie loves real fast. Real fast. If you go look at quotes when that Wii was dominating, Nintendo wasn't giving hand-me-outs, all right? They were taking names. Actually, I think that was what Reggie's quote. We're taking names or something. We're kicking down the door and taking names with this waggle. It wasn't until they got slapped in the face with the Wii U that they thought they could pull their head out their ass and think that they could throw anything at people and it would work. They just didn't get the dev support. But they hit fire with the Wii, and they weren't giving hand-me-outs. They weren't telling Microsoft or Sony, hey, why don't you partner up with me or help me out? Why don't we merge our onlines together? No, there was no hand-me-outs then. It was every console for themselves. And Xbox wasn't giving no hand-me-outs. They ever know what they did? What did they do, everybody? What did they do? You know what they did? Then Microsoft said, here's our motion control. Sony said, here's our motion control. Did Microsoft go, you know what, Nintendo? We want some games over here. We're going to support your Wiimote. Or Sony go, you know what? We're making the move, but you know what, Nintendo? Just bring your Wiimote over here. Just come waggle your Wiimote over here. No. Both of those guys came out with competition to go against the Wii because the Wii hit a market of waggle. So everybody wanted a waggle. And everybody wanted motion control. That was the thing, right? So now we come to now. Sony and Microsoft have online infrastructure. Nintendo doesn't. Nintendo got some bogus online. They got like 3 games online. Like Splatoon 2. And they got Mario Aces. They got ARMS. That's it. They got a few games online. They're in their infancy. And good old Microsoft coming, walking in, going, play with us on Minecraft. Have your access to our 60 million Xbox players. They're all yours to play with. Hey, Rocket League. Nintendo got exclusive cards for Rocket League. But guess what? You could play with everybody, Nintendo. Yeah. And remember when Apple was going under and Bill Gates came in on the stage on that thing and saved Apple? And now they can't even catch up to Apple. So the same is going to happen with this Nintendo. Microsoft should have, I'm sorry, but Microsoft should have kind of said, hey, here's our Xbox people. There's our PlayStation people. Switch, you're on your own. You want to go play with PC? That's an open platform, fine. But you're not playing with Xbox and you're not playing with PlayStation. You got to earn it. You want to make it's not like Nintendo's coming in and going, guys, we just want to partner with Xbox Live. Or, hey, we want to partner with PSN. No, Nintendo's coming with their own competition. Nintendo's coming with their own backwards compatibility with online with 20 legacy Nintendo games. Nintendo's bringing their kind of games with gold and PSN games. Nintendo's bringing competition with the other competition. So now you're sitting there and you got to look at $60 for Xbox, $20 for Nintendo, $60 for PlayStation. Who do you go with? And it would be a beautiful world for the gamer if there was just one. I didn't have to worry about 3 different people. But unfortunately, there is. It's competition. There are multiple types of cars. There are multiple types of... Fuck. Wouldn't you love one movie theater? Wouldn't you love just AMC or just Regal? Or just... No, there's all different types. They all show the same fucking movies. But AMC, Cinemark... Why is there all these different new movie studio? Why are all these movie theaters? They all show the same movie. Exactly. So what they did was they said, we're going to change your experience. We're going to add better cushions and all this other shit. So AMC then takes off. The thing is that as a moviegoer, I just want to go to one movie. Like, why do I got to worry about, do I got to reserve my seating here? But Regal, I don't have to reserve my seating. As a consumer, you wish that you want competition because you want them to fight for your dollar. Oh, yeah, definitely. The Coon 1985, yeah. Nintendo has some. Oh, yeah. Shit. Nintendo is going to kick both of them down the curb when that Switch starts passing up people and wait. And they won't be afraid to announce sales numbers when they pass Xbox. They won't. They won't. And the thing is that you need competition. You need to have variety. You can't have monopoly. You can't be say, oh, everybody's just going to play everywhere. Exactly. The sick humor. Exactly. Nintendo. Yeah. But the thing is that Nintendo. You want to hear something else crazy that I always say about Minecraft? It's like Nintendo has exclusive Mario skins in Minecraft. Master Chief and Gears of War, and I think even Fable skins are on that version as well. Microsoft has shared Master Chief skins in Minecraft on Nintendo platform. But those Mario is not leaving that platform. It's not going to Microsoft's version of the Xbox version of Minecraft or even the PC. No, it's staying right there. So Microsoft actually has made exclusive skins for Nintendo on their game. All right. Minecraft is a thing of its own. Fortnite, these games they're going to be more games like this. This model of free and open access, play everything, they will exist. But I don't believe they're going to be what every game is going to be moving forward. You're still going to have your competition, your shooters, that you're not going to want that kind of bullshit in your game where who's using two thumbs on a touchscreen playing me on Call of Duty. You know, there's going to be places for everything. There's the place for Fortnite and H1Z1 and PUBG. And you know what, too? PUBG is not cross-platform. That's not cross-play with Xbox. Talk about something that needs a benefit. There's billions of players playing on PC, but the Xbox version is not cross-play with PC. And it will not be because there's no Windows 10 version. They have to cross-play with Steam. And Steam is getting so many more maps than the Xbox version. It's behind. And that's the thing. There is too much variability, especially in Microsoft's messaging of cross-play, cross-buy, who they support, what they do, what they don't do. Like Gears of War 4 is not on Steam, but it's on Windows 10. But Windows 10, it's just so, but Cuphead is on Xbox, Windows 10, and Steam. Ori's on Steam. And then all of a sudden, what? Quantum Break is on Steam. Sunset Overdrive went on Steam. It's just all over the place. It is just randomness. And that's another thing. If Steam was the be-all and end-all to get a PC gamer, then why didn't Microsoft just embrace Steam, right? But instead, Microsoft decided to create their own store and have it embedded into the operating system. Just like how they got hit with those monopoly tactics with the browser, with Internet Explorer being the default browser back in the day, and they couldn't do Chrome, and they got into legal issues with that. But Microsoft wanted to create their own store, and not just for apps, but to create games and put exclusive games in the store. But if you had billions of gamers on Steam, on PC, why wouldn't Microsoft just embrace Steam, say, here's all our exclusives will come to Steam day one and be playable on Xbox? But no, Microsoft decided to throw a wrench and say, no, Windows 10 store. Let's do a Windows 10 store. Okay. And then we'll cross-play just with Xbox and Windows 10. Maybe we'll do Steam. Maybe we won't. It's a hit or miss. You're never going to know. So in this kumbaya world, everybody should play everywhere and filled, handing rose petals to everybody. Everybody should play. The consumer is the most important person. Then if all your consumer is on Steam, why would you create a new store on Windows 10? Why? Because it's all about the business. So all this talk like they are God's gift to gaming, and Microsoft thinks they're going to be God's gift to gaming moving forward. First off, you need the content that people give a fuck about. And then number two, you got to practice what you preach. And they seem to be only practicing what benefits them. So I think people need to realize when they go there celebrating this whole Microsoft is forward thinking, Microsoft is the future, Microsoft is showing that we break down walls like Berlin Wall style, should really look and see what they're doing. They got financial benefits and all that stuff. Putting Minecraft and having, he said it himself, when you boot up the Switch and play Minecraft online, you're an Xbox user. You're an Xbox engagement number. You are on the Switch. You didn't have to buy a platform. He said it so many times. You don't have to buy a hardware from them. You don't have to subscribe to their service, but they'll still count you to engagement, to show that they have more engagement, that there's interest in them and relevance in the gaming industry. That's what it is, interest and relevance. They're not expecting tons of revenue from this. They're getting their revenue from everything else, from enterprise and all that other stuff. What they want to do in gaming is just have a presence, an interest, and tell their stockholders that we're relevant in gaming. Look at all our engagement. Look at all our subscribers. Look how many people are on Xbox Live. But now they're counting every person that buys a computer and logs into Windows is an Xbox Live user. You got to create a Microsoft account in order to get into your computer and download anything from the store. The Windows 10 store. You're an Xbox Live user. Anybody that boots up the Xbox Live app on your phone, you're an Xbox Live user. So what the thing that I have an issue with this whole crossplay, it is so random and it is so out there that there is not one clear definitive model that works, and is not going to be every single game. EA, you want to hear something? EA has, if everybody was on Steam, why would EA Origin exist? Why would Uplay exist? Why would Bethesda why would Activision use their servers from those guys that make World of Warcraft? You know, what the hell they are? They're not BioWare. They're I lost their track. The guys that make the World of Warcraft that they put Blizzard. That's what they are. Activision is using Blizzard servers for Overwatch, for Call of Duty. Why are they not using everybody's using their own stuff. So to say that we want this unified world, it's not going to happen because competition drives that. When we love one gaming streaming service, like why can't we just say PlayStation Now is a gaming streaming service that all of us subscribe to? No, Xbox had to do their Game Pass. Competition will always compete. A competition will always exist. To have one unified platform, all of them have to come to an agreement and make sure, and in that agreement, make sure that they are financially not getting screwed out of the deal. So Microsoft has become more open platform. They're trying to become more like PC. And that's fine. My issue with it is that as they become more PC and I just saw another article today about mod support possibly coming to Windows 10 and Xbox. They basically took your Xbox and it is just a type of PC. And when I say that, yes, the PlayStation's a type of PC, Nintendo's a type of tablet. But when I say that, is to them, it is just a piece of hardware. It is not a specific console that's getting developed for. It is just another PC, basically a Steam machine that hooks up. It's a PC that hooks up to your TV. That's what the Xbox console is to them. Whereas Nintendo and Sony are looking at it as a platform that is specifically getting designed for, that their software specifically designed for that platform. Microsoft is not doing that anymore. They stopped that. They do not design software specifically for the platform. Their platform now is based on Windows 10, and then they run it on Xbox. Just look at the game, like look at State of Decay 2. It ran better on it was being demoed weeks before on PC. They weren't showing it on the quote unquote or whatever, the most powerful console in the world. You think that they put out that thing chewing on chips last year and all that other bull, and instead they show it on a PC. Okay. So tell me, like, so I thought you'd be demoing everything on the X. Why are you demoing on PC? Oh, because that's where they developed the game. Okay, fine. That means the game's really early. But when you're a week or two out, why are you not demoing it on the console? You could show it at E3 on a PC, but when it's like a week out, why is that not being demoed or on consoles, especially the most powerful console? It's because the game is not optimized for the console. It's optimized for Windows 10 PC. And then it's ported over to the Xbox console with their UWP wrap. And then it uses the brute power in that, the brute force of the GPU to make it worth the damn and run it. Hovis bullshit and all this other RAMs and DX12 baked on a chip. So I'm going on a tangent now about that stuff, but it's just all comes from the same mouth. And the reason why I say this is because they just haven't, like, they are just open to anything. And they are just like, they don't realize what they're doing to their business. But their business is successful. But for people to sit around and cheer that this is all great news for Xbox, you're cheering the death of Xbox. Like it's over. Like I just want to sit back and watch it go because it's done. You can't sit back and cheer this. It's like, oh, I want to have everybody on the Switch play with me for free. I want all those PC guys to play with me for free. And you're the person paying. Like, why are you cheering that? You should be saying, well, why am I paying? I shouldn't have to pay if those guys are getting it for free. So why is that not spoken about? I can't believe how many interviews, how many times Phil has responded, and people have not challenged him on why we're paying for Xbox Live. Or why you paying for Xbox Live. I saw the light. I'm doing an experiment. And I mentioned it yesterday. My experiment was not to renew Xbox Live and see how much I can do without having Xbox Live. And guys, hint, hint, I haven't renewed Xbox Live since February. And I've played all the first-party games with the two of them. And I still play Gears of War Online. I play Killer Instinct. I chat with guys from Bluetooth headset on my phone. All my friends are still there. Now, I'm not advocating everybody cancel it up, but I'm just saying. I wanted to test it out. It was going to expire. I was like, you know what? Let's see what happens. Let's see if I hit a wall. And I haven't yet. And I haven't. And it's just more and more. And then when they're like, hey, you can play with your friends on Fortnite. I'm like, damn. Like, so when my friends jump on Fortnite on Xbox, I could use my Switch and go play with them. Oh, yeah, it's wonderful. Thank you for the hand-me-outs. But what you're doing is just basically, whatever you're doing, there is no reason to have a cheerleading section for the console Xbox brand. There isn't. There's nothing to cheer for. They're giving all your shit out for free. And I'm taking it. But that's the point of this whole thing. Like, I don't know how you can get excited when other people are getting your shit for free. I don't understand it. It wouldn't excite me. It will make me feel like a fool. Like, wait a second. Why am I paying for this? If the kid down the street now could play all the friends and all that stuff, what am I doing here? As a consumer, you know, would you go into a restaurant and pay top dollar for burgers, pay $15, $20 for an amazing burger, when if you just go around the back, they're handing out those burgers delicious in a little side restaurant for free? Would you be like, no, I got to pay. I got to pay. It's not like you're stealing anything. They're giving it for free. And they're telling you, I don't care how you eat our burger, for free or pay. They're just hoping you don't realize that, And then on top of that, doing Game Pass with Xbox Live, kind of the double thing. Like I went to Best Buy and I saw they had Game Pass $60 for 6 months sitting there. Thinking about that, you go spend a $500 or $400 or $300 console, and then it's like, oh, and here's the remember to pay $60 for a subscription. People are not very comfortable with subscriptions. All right. People don't want to know they got to buy when they buy something that they got to subscribe to something because they know that they're going to forget about it and get sucked in. Just like what AOL and all that other bullshit, all those subscriptions that you get signed into, magazine subscriptions, all that other stuff. Plus, you got to give content worth a damn. And Game Pass is doing pretty good. But they got to do something with Xbox Live. Either merge it with Game Pass, charge $15 a month and call it a day. But to have these two coexist, that's a problem. It's a problem because people on Xbox are cross-playing for free. People on PC are cross-playing for free. And also, too, that some of those games that they give you in Xbox Game Pass, you need Xbox Live to play online. So it's sort of like I'll sign up for Game Pass. I don't need Xbox Live. And then you go download Gears of War and it's like, I want to play online. It's like, nope. You need to sign up for Xbox Live. It's like, wait a second. So basically this is a half a game that you just gave me in Game Pass. It's like, yeah, you need to sign up. And then some of those games in preview and some of those games, and then even free to play. Oh, I just want Fortnite. I'm going to tell you what's going to kill Fortnite. Watch. I saw that leak of that PlayStation bundle with Fortnite. Sony's going to double down on Fortnite. And then I bet you when that console comes out, they'll say your progression is unlocked, but you still can't crossplay with PC, with Xbox and Switch. Nobody give a shit. They'll just make sure. See, this is the thing. This is the reason why it blew up, and I was thinking about it. A lot of people, remember now, PUBG was the best, right? Xbox got PUBG last year on preview. Oh my God, that was it. And then Epic comes out with Fortnite in the fall. Xbox people are like, what? Who the hell wants to play Fortnite? Some cartoon bullshit. I'm playing some realistic 15 frames per second PUBG. So Xbox kind of went, all those guys went to PUBG. They kind of said bullshit with Fortnite. But then Fortnite got real big. And primarily, I think a lot of the PlayStation people kind of said, well, this is all PUBG. They're gonna play with Fortnite. And then the Xbox guys are like, we're gonna play PUBG. It was a big battle. Remember, to bolt them back and forth, right? Then the Switch comes out. The Switch came out and people got the Switch. I bet you a lot. The reason why there was such an outcry, especially for the accounts crossing over, because you could still not play Fortnite on either one. Even when they said, like, the 60 frame and the X enhancement and all that other stuff, they still didn't allow you to play on Xbox. You had to do different accounts. You couldn't do that. But then the Switch came in, and I bet you a lot of people wanted to use their Switch as their kind of mobile device to take their Fortnite account with them off their PlayStation and play with the Switch, because Fortnite was definitely more associated with the PlayStation, because PUBG, there were two options on Xbox, and PUBG was the one that everybody was talking about last year. Now it seems that half their player base is gone because people are doing it better, right? Wouldn't it be nice just to have one battle? No, that's why there's always competition, and there's going to be more competition this fall with Battlefield and Call of Duty. So, you better hit while it's hot. You better evolve. You better be competitive, and you got to go, or you're going to be irrelevant. Who can I be talking about? You got to be competitive. You got to be different. You got to make sure that people value your game, your console. You can't be ambiguous. You can't just be everywhere. You can't just think that, oh, because I'm on 50 devices, I'm a success. Meanwhile, nobody's playing me on those 50 devices. You got to have the content. Exclusives matter from MPDs. Exclusives matter. You got to make your shit desirable. You can't come out on kumbaya everything, because you're not going to be anywhere. You're going to be in the background just poking at people, and you're going to be irrelevant. And then what's going to end the thing is that you're not even anyway. So what happened is that a lot of people probably taken their Fortnite accounts and said, I'm going to go on the Switch. And then when they saw that line from Epic, which brings me back to the first thing I said. I don't know how Epic allowed Sony to hold their accounts hostage. They're Epic accounts. They're not PlayStation accounts. They're Epic accounts. It's a separate sign-in. You sign in to your Epic account. Just like you sign into Origin, you sign into Uplay, you sign into all those other things. That's how it works. And what's interesting is that you can play on any kind of Ubisoft game on any platform that contributes to your Uplay, as long as you log in with the same one. Same thing with Origin. Same thing with EA when you sign into all the different video games. Those accounts are not locked. So why would Fortnite be locked? Epic? We don't know. Well, your accounts. Why? Yeah. They're playing backseat and letting everybody else go after Sony and stuff like that for it. But I like to ask Epic, what deal did you make? Origin's not locked. Like EA doesn't say, well, you got to create a new one because you played Madden on Xbox and now you got to play Madden. No. Ubisoft, I still accumulate points across both platforms. So those accounts are not locked. Why is Epic locked? I don't know. Did you make special deals with Sony to get exclusive skins that should not be visible or supported on other devices? That maybe that's the reason why, because Sony got these exclusive skins. Are those locked? Is that the reason why the account is locked, so they can't bring those skins over to the Switch? I don't know. But Epic should know why their accounts are locked. I don't know how Sony could just hold their accounts hostage. It makes no sense. Epic had to be aware of it. It's not a surprise to them. But anyway, a lot of people want to use a Switch as a mobile way to take their PlayStation accounts on the go, and that's where a lot of them came up with that error. And Epic's kind of like, you're on an unsupported device. We have nothing to do with it. It's your account. Like, I don't understand it. It's your account, Epic. Like, how do you have nothing to do with it? How do you not know? Sony could just take your stuff and just say, well, you did it. I don't know. And on top, like, everybody had the competition is there. There are 5 different variations. Like, there's always going to be multiple items of a desirable consumerism, like for a consumer device, like consumer something. Why do we have all different phones? Why do we have all these different Verizon and T-Mobile, and why do we have all of them? Why can't we just have one network? Competition. You can't have a monopoly. So we can never have one online infrastructure. Oh, yeah, you did, Callie. You knew that your PlayStation account would be locked? Yeah, you know what? If you bought stuff and had progression, the account stuff, I think, is bull. The crossplay, if Sony opens it up, yay. If they don't, like, it's sort of like enough of it. Because I think is like, remember when super sampling was all the talk? It was all about the X. Oh, man, the X does global super sampling. It super samples. That thing super samples every game. PlayStation doesn't even allow super sample. That Pro-tato only allows like a couple of games that do super sampling if the devs support it. And then Sony releases super sampling out. Nobody talks about super sampling now. Remember, that was all the topic. I remember it said X1X does super sampling. And Sony kind of low-key launches it and now does global super sampling. What, they did it in the springtime, like in May. And it says super sample mode when you boot up a game. And all the games now are running at the higher resolution if they support it on the Pro. What happened to super sampling? What happened? Like what happened? And then I just did a post today early on. This is on like a back end kind of topic thing. But, the Digital Foundry did that video on the Crew 2, which I'm liking the Crew 2. I like it. I think it's a fun arcade racer. I like all the variability of the different vehicles and just the map that you could just pull out of the map and just zoom in anywhere in the United States. Yeah. Everybody was talking super sampling. That was the one big thing. That was a big factor. There was overall super sampling. Remember, they're like introducing the term and they're like, let me explain all this stuff. It's all bull. And this crossplay will be bull too. If Sony just comes on the next month and go, we're allowing crossplay with Fortnite, you'll get the articles going, Sony allowing crossplay, and everybody moves on. The memes, the bullshit, the YouTube videos, all that ends right there. And the thing is, Microsoft has allowed Sony to just, all they got to do is just lift a finger and they automatically match what Microsoft is doing. That's the issue I have. Microsoft does these little things like crossplay. All Sony has to do is lift that finger up off a fucking button, and now crossplay is there. Moot point. Thanks, Microsoft. Any advantage you have is done. Thank you. Super sampling. Our X is the most powerful console. We do global super sampling. These games, the X just knows the game and does it. It's amazing. Sony goes like this. Lift up my index finger. It's super sampling. Done. Just like this now. Oh, native downloads. You could download Game Pass on Xbox. You could download this. You could download that. And now Sony goes, you could download PlayStation Now games. They are competing. That's what you do. You respond to your competition. But Microsoft doesn't think they have competition because they don't want to compete with their friends. They want to kumbaya with everybody. Can't beat them, join them. That's Microsoft's approach. Can't beat them, join them. So, but Sony just responds, and they're going to make you irrelevant. What's up, Andrew? How you doing? And that's the thing. They will make them irrelevant. And Microsoft don't care to be irrelevant. But crossplay is not the thing that is going to take Microsoft to the next level. Especially if they have that Xbox Live charge on it. And I just don't understand the celebration from paid Xbox Live users that they want everybody to play with them for free. I do not understand the celebration, and I don't. But that's what I'm going to leave it as, guys. I want to thank you again. This has been another What Grinds My Gears. Hopefully this crossplay thing dies down a little bit, or Sony just eventually just does it, because that's what they should do, just to shut everybody up, because I'm tired of seeing it. But, at least unlock the accounts for those people that care about that. And, crossplay, if it happens, it happens. It'll be neat. But, it is what it is. It's really, hold on a second. It is what it is. And, it's nothing that's going to do. I just feel like it's just something that really is another kind of feather in the cap. I do think that some games do warrant it. Like, some games will be cool to have it. And when they do that, we'll see. But anyway, this has been Jez7780, What Grinds My Gears, and this has been another episode. So I'll talk to you guys soon. Like, subscribe, notifications, because whenever I want to rant, I'll just boot up this thing and start it up, and go follow me on Twitter and on YouTube. But thanks again, guys. I'll talk to you soon.